On today's show, the guys talk with Heather Gauck and Matt McCullough about Innovation Classroom. We'll have music from Nick C. and more. That's all up next on EduTechGuys. EduTechGuys Radio, radio.edutechguys.com.
The opinions expressed on the site and its programs are those of participants and not intended to and do not necessarily reflect the opinions of any specific educational entity, sponsor, company, state, or government agency.
Hello and welcome to EduTechGuys Radio. Hope you're doing very well this afternoon. I'm David Henderson.
Hey, and I'm Jeff Madlock.
Awesome. Thank you guys so much for tuning in and turning us on. We've got a really cool show for you this afternoon.
Really great show. We've been trying to schedule this one for some time, and all four of us are so busy that we just finally got into where we could actually get this show scheduled.
That's right.
Hey, check us out on the web, www.edutechguys.com. I just got ahead of myself there. Twitter.com/edutechguys. Heck, you can just go to the web, go to Google, type in EduTechGuys, and I'll bet you a 1974 Ford Fiesta that you will come up on the first. Was there a 1974 Ford Fiesta? We'll be there on the very first link. You'll find the EduTech Guys. If you go to the website, drop down to the bottom of the page, there is a nice form there. You can reach out and get in touch with us. Also, hashtag ETG chat. Let us know what you're thinking. Let us know what you'd like to ask the guests, or if you'd just like to ask us why. So
there you go. Yeah. You know, that's definitely a safe bet, though. You know, a 1974 Ford Fiesta, because win or lose, we're not paying.
I should have said Ford Pig. You know, that one always works out well. I always like to use it. Ford always liked the animals, ponies and Mustangs. So
there you go.
Yeah, it's one of those things. Hey, today on the
show.
Pintos. That's a bean, though, isn't it? No, I'm just kidding. Anyway.
Only down here.
Only in the South. Lovely L.A. Lower Arkansas.
That's right.
Let's do this. We have some new friends that I think you'll enjoy. We've got them on the line right now. Going to bring them on. Guys, welcome to the show.
Hello.
Hi.
Awesome. Hey, I tell you what, tell us who you are and what you do and all that kind of good stuff.
All right. My name is Heather Gauck, and I am a special education teacher in Michigan. I have been teaching for 23 years. And the past 5 years, I've really gotten involved in figuring out technology to help my students, integrating into the classroom.
Awesome.
And I'm Matt McCullough. I'm the Director of Innovation and Teaching and Learning at Schoolcraft Community Schools near Kalamazoo, Michigan. I have been a teacher. I've been a building principal. I've been everything in between. So a little bit of curriculum director and a tech director, and I just love teaching and learning. So
that's awesome. Yep. So you've done it all.
A little everything.
Cool. I thought I saw a bunch of hats hanging back there in the background. So today we're going to talk about Innovation Classroom. So now that you told us about yourselves, who wants to start off and tell us about the educational technology journey that got you to Innovation Classroom?
I will do that because it was sort of my brainchild a couple years ago. But I had a student who in fourth grade who couldn't read using words on the page, and I checked out an iPad, which I really didn't know how to use, but I brought it into the classroom, and I was really amazed at how motivated he was and how he could manipulate letter tiles to actually create words. And so I really knew that this needed to be something that I further looked into. And so I started looking, training myself, looking for ways to figure out how to use technology to help my students. And then 2 years ago, I was lucky enough, through being a Michigan Educator Voice Fellow, I was able to get some funding, and I submitted there's things called Teach to Lead, and Teach to Lead is through the U.S. Department of Ed, and there are these summits across the nation to help teachers with ideas. And so my idea was to create a professional development website because I knew how many hours, endless hours it took for me to figure things out, and I wanted to share that with teachers. And so my idea was accepted. I flew to Boston, had a weekend to really process through and do a logic model and figure out what I needed to do. And so that was 2 years ago. And then the U.S. Department of Ed gave me the opportunity to fly out to San Francisco to a grant conference where I was able to pitch my idea in front of 3 very large, foundations. And so that's sort of the beginning.
That's cool.
Yeah, that's very cool.
And you hit it. It's funny. We run into so many people that's just because we were just talking about this the other day. There's a lot of articles out there about these 3 apps or these 3 things or these 3 devices, but we always forget okay, so tell us more. Tell me how to use it. Tell me where I'm going to use it. Tell me exactly how I make this happen. We don't see a lot of that. And I'm glad to find that you guys are actually getting into that and getting a little more pinpoint. This is where we're getting to the meat and potatoes of this whole thing. So that's really cool. So that's how it got started. I think David has something.
No, I was just, so Matt, where do you come in?
So I come in as part of, Heather got this jump started and then was looking for a team of people to help out. I was an America Achieves Fellow as well. And so she had a project she kind of pitched to the Michiganders and the America Achieves Fellows and said she wanted to do something ed tech with a website. And I've been using ed tech. I was kind of the weird kid in school that tried to hack the first computer lab we had and some of those type of things, all the way through being, a teacher who was the first one to allow cell phones in his classroom in our high school and things like that.
What?
So I've always kind of enjoyed it. And then and since then I'd become a principal as well. And I knew I had teachers I wanted to help, but as we all know, teachers only have a limited amount of time. Mm-hmm. So when she started to, brainstorm her idea and look for a team, my brain immediately went to how can we deliver it efficiently, quickly, and exactly what teachers need? Because as a principal, I wanted to help them, but I didn't have a quick tool besides me sitting down and having long conversations and teaching modules with my teachers. And oftentimes the principal can be quite busy and not able to help teachers as much as they even want to.
Sure.
So that I got added to the project, and Heather was lucky enough to kind of lend an ear and allow me to kind of give her some tips and ideas that I thought would help from more of an administrative point of view and not as much as a teacher point of view.
Yeah. Well, and I think that helps to have someone who's got that varied background, having the education technology that you've already been using, but then because you're an administrator and have been an administrator, then being able to provide that type of input in order to sort of help, I don't necessarily want to say that, but I'm going to say guide, I guess, to kind of help guide different aspects of the program that Heather may not have thought to cover before. And maybe she did, maybe you did, I don't know, but
yeah, we just told some student entrepreneurs earlier today that, workflow is king. Workflow is king. I mean, that's the big one. And so although they were wanting to study varied things as they were seniors, getting ready to head to college, one wanted to go into engineering and physics. And we said, but what you're doing now in ed tech is going to help you down the road, many hats, and this team worked really great together. These 18 students, they're young entrepreneurs. They created a new app. And so they're really doing some really cool stuff as seniors in high school. But now we're getting down to the point where their teacher had been trained to prep them for that. They had an awesome business technology teacher. And so let's get back into Innovation Classroom and let's talk about, so are we looking at the main platform is the website, and that's going to produce all the micro tech ed tech lessons for teachers? Is that what we're looking at?
Yes. I think the one thing that I really knew as I looked on and I scoured the web to even train myself and to look for things, I knew I didn't have time to sit there and watch a 30-minute lesson. I needed ideas where it wasn't just, here's an app, go practice your flashcards. It was more reaching to the top of Bloom's taxonomy, the creation, the taking the information that they were learning and actually creating and sharing. And so I knew we wanted to do that, but we needed to do it in short bits because teachers we don't have time. We have no time. Like we don't even have time for the stuff we're doing.
Right. Yes.
And so we really wanted to do lessons that were 10 minutes at the max. And one key I really wanted was I didn't just want me running around the classroom or us running around the classroom with our cell phones videotaping ourselves. I wanted something professional looking, that was quick and that got to the point and that was really based on creation, that higher level thinking skills. And so that was sort of my idea. And then having Matt come on and I had a team of 12, whittled down this year to 8 when personal things got in the way of some. So there are 8. There's special ed, gen ed, general education, and sort of a varying of grade levels. So we hired a local, it's, oh, Matt, help me out.
GSM Productions.
GSM, I couldn't remember what it stood for. But GSM Productions is a local, I guess, media, where video, and they came into our class to actually videotape us teaching. So not only are we just watching a screencast, but teachers can get on and see actual kids, actual teachers in a short amount of time and have a lesson idea after they're done watching it. And our lessons actually so far I think they're under 5. I think they're like 5 minutes maybe.
Yeah.
Well, and that's I think that's one of the key things is you're showing them the application of what they're learning while they're learning it. How many times do we sit in a PD and it's, sit and get or whatever you want to call it, you just sit there and, or one of my biggest pet peeves is when you're in professional development where it's telling you how you should be doing something and yet they're not modeling that same type of environment. That's ridiculous. So I think that's awesome.
Our videos are well beyond the mechanics of the tool. They're actually watching kids. You're watching students interact with them.
Yeah.
And again, we really push that anything that's going to be on our website is students more creating than consuming, because we all know that you can use any of the piece of technology as like a $350 pencil. But we prefer, especially coming from an administrator's point of view, if we're spending all this budget on these things, we want it to drive and amplify good learning and teaching, not necessarily just reproduce what we were already doing. So we've made a special point that the majority of our videos are pushing to the top of the SAMR model, to the idea of it's not just simply replacing something that's always gone on in school, but trying to show a better, like I said, amplifying the good that can be done with technology.
Yeah.
And the really cool thing that you did was your video production is top notch. And that's a really big deal. I mean, how many times have you went to watch something and went, I can't watch this. The camera's too shaky. I can't see what the kids are doing. I can't see anything. In your video, Matt, with the elements, when you were looking at those, everything was crystal clear. It was beautiful. I could see everything when the kids were holding the devices. You could see everything that's perfectly there. So that's a really big deal. It's good to see you guys are using, high quality video. That's a smart move because that's going to keep the teachers there. And it's smooth. It's beautiful video, which is really good. So let's talk about. Oh, go ahead. Sorry.
Oh no, I was just gonna say I think that we landed on a very creative. The GSM really. You can tell that they care about their craft of videotaping and getting the story and getting the lesson.
Yeah. Are you guys scripting the lessons yourself for them? Are they following an outline that you create as the teacher, as the person on the video?
Yes.
Isn't it amazing what you learn as you do that yourself? As when you sit down you script your own video to teach someone what you're teaching kids, the way it changes, and you go, oh, well, it's sometimes for me, I go, hey, well, I didn't even think of that. Now that I've done it, now I can actually change this and change the whole model again. That's really cool. Yeah. So you get to grow as well as the educators that are following you. That's really awesome.
Yeah.
It's been wonderful. I've been able to tout and support the teachers because in my role, I do a lot of coaching of teachers now. And I can tout the good things they're doing and support them and say, hey, we have this venue, this company that wants to promote the awesome things you're doing. And then other teachers hear about that. And not only do they want to reproduce it for their kids, but there's this little bit of interaction and challenge going on. Who else can be on Innovation Classroom with them?
Yeah. So that's very cool.
For that too.
Yeah, that's pretty cool.
That's very cool.
So let's talk about goals and the future and where you guys are heading. Funding, the goals, what's going on now? Where are we going to find you guys in August when school starts back up again? August, September.
Well, first of all, I don't think I said how we got our first round of funding.
Right.
Because funding is key.
Mm-hmm.
If
Yes.
you don't have funding, you can't like expand. So when the U.S. Department of Ed sent me out to San Francisco, I was able to pitch my idea in front of Gates, Helmsley, and Zuckerberg.
Mm-hmm.
And we were lucky enough to catch the ear of Zuckerberg, Zuckerberg's foundation. And so they gave us $40,000 as a grant, and we were able to not only hire GSM to do the filming, but we were able to hire somebody to create the website, which is what we still are waiting on. It's pretty much like 90% done. They're just getting ready to turn it over to us. And so soon, even though the website only says, oops, we're under construction, come back and there's video, soon it will all be done.
Yeah.
And then we were also able to purchase some devices for a few of the teachers who did not have technology. So you really can't do lessons showing technology if you don't have the technology. However, we are coming up to the end of our grant, which is the end of May. We are going to be sending in our report. And then our funding's done. Mm-hmm. And so we really are starting to, start to brainstorm some of the funding. One of the things we did purchase with the money was a couple swivels, and mm-hmm. swivels mm-hmm. are for the classroom. And mm-hmm. so you can put your iPad, you can put your phone in the rotating a little, I guess, base. Mm-hmm. And so if we need to, there may be a section on the website where it's not those nice professional videos, but real, and that's good too, because mm-hmm. people will be able to see real teachers, mm-hmm. Showing what it's like in the classroom. Our hope is to eventually expand to have other teachers also.
That's awesome.
Matt, do you want to add some more?
Sure. I mean, you asked goals. I mean, we have 3 phases. Phase 1 is to get these first 25 videos or so out to show our what we want to do and to help as many teachers as we can with the first 25 and as many subjects and things that we could cover. The second phase will be to start to figure out ways to let others submit videos to the website that we can also vet them, and then folks can be sharing ways that they're implementing things as well. And then I think the third phase will be to seek out companies or new apps or things that maybe we didn't even know about that can come to us, and we can help support them by getting out their new app or their new device or whatever via our website as well, and help, again, thinking administratively, maybe even think for people that are exploring certain apps to see them in action in a real life classroom.
Yeah, that's very, very cool. In terms of funding, are you looking at potential like subscription model in order to generate some recurring revenue, or are you not necessarily heading that direction?
I think that's one thing I really felt strongly about as a teacher was I needed things for, that I didn't have to pay for.
Yeah.
And as a teacher. And so I really wanted to keep this as a free
Sure.
website for teachers.
Yeah, that's awesome.
And look at different revenues. We will be traveling down next December. I know you had asked what's going to happen in August. Matt and I will not be at ISTE, but Jennifer Bond, who's part of our team, she will be at ISTE, and hopefully we'll at least have some business cards, that she can hand out.
Yes.
And then in December, we will be going down to Learning Forward is a professional development, huge, PD, I think they're nonprofit, but they have a very big annual conference in Florida. And so we will be using the last little bit of our grant money for Matt and I to go down and to present on this and to share the information. We will also be in their Learning Forward journal, in a spread in their journal to sort of share out what Innovation Classroom is. And so that's sort of, the next little phase.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's awesome. That's very cool. Yeah.
And luckily with educational service centers and large school districts, you'll probably find your funding in there anyway to help keep it opened for all teachers. I would say that's a great avenue to look into, is especially educational service centers around the country. They would, it wouldn't take just a few states buying in to go, oh, we've got plenty of money to keep this open for the entire United States, and that would work out great. Yeah,
that would be awesome.
That would be a great, AESA is a great organization. That is the giant conglomeration of all educational service centers. So I'll highly throw out their voice and say that would be a great one to get in touch with. The service centers will, they'll hook you up. So, anything else you guys want to share? I know the website is InnovationClassroom.com. And right now, it's got a great video with all your folks on it, and it's a wonderful video. Gives you great insight into what's coming. I know it says it's under construction, but it's just weeks away, months away. It's coming, and it takes a long time. Content is hard to produce. We know that. We're educators. We've been doing it a long time. Content, and then that's what drives the web is content. People don't. It's not just Snapchat and Instagram. It's real live content that has to be out there. So. Anything else you guys want to share with us?
You will be able to find us on Twitter and Facebook and, all those we will have some of those connections.
Sure.
Cool.
Sure. And I don't know if you have show notes, but we're more than happy to share anything in the show notes to try to help people get a hold of us if they have ideas. They'd like to be part of it.
Yep.
Again, what we're hoping, this is just a few grassroots educators hoping to make something that helps all teachers.
Yes.
So it's not really we're not business people by any means. So if there's other business-minded people or tech type people that can make sense of some of this, we'd love support or any ideas people have, or if they want to join in some way, that'd be great.
Yeah, well, these two guys will help out as much as we can.
Yeah, absolutely.
We'll throw it on our social media. We'll keep it out there. This will be on SoundCloud, iTunes, you name it. It'll be out there. We'll send you guys a link, and we'll make sure and put your Twitter handles in there also, your personal ones, if that's okay. Awesome.
Great. Yeah, well, thank you so much. And I think, the bottom line is that we're doing this just to increase student success.
And that's
absolutely.
And that's the key right there.
And hopefully, after you guys go to your various conferences and you come back, maybe after the first of the year, maybe we can catch up, see where things are, and help keep spreading the word.
We'd love to.
Awesome.
Thank you so much for having us. We appreciate it.
Absolutely. Thank you guys.
We'll talk to you soon.
Thank you.
Bye-bye.
Bye-bye.
Bye.
Hey, listen, we're going to drop out to a quick commercial. We'll be right back after these few words.
You're listening to EduTechGuys.com. Don't just listen to us. Bring us into your district today for cool, exciting, professional development.
Yeah.
We'll teach you and your students how to take podcasting to the next level and use it to reach your classroom and to reach the world. Reach out to us on Twitter at EduTechGuys or head over to EduTechGuys.com. Scroll down on the page and fill out the form, and we'll be in touch. Bring EduTechGuys to your school.
All right, we'll see you. Bye-bye.
Hey, welcome back. We were really fun talking to the gang with Innovation Classroom. Check out their website, InnovationClassroom.com. You can actually find their Twitter accounts on our social feed. Really great stuff going there, getting right down to the nitty-gritty of helping teachers innovate in their classroom with technology. We're pretty excited about it.
I think it's very cool. There's a lot of online PD out there, but it sounds to me like these guys are really honing in on not just providing the PD, but making it relevant and in the very short videos showing how it's used directly. Not somebody standing up there talking about how it's being used, but there it is in the video being used while they're telling you about it. That's awesome.
Well, and the cool part is the video is beautiful. It's put together well. It's high resolution. It's really nice.
Yeah, and I think the idea of them using swivels in some of the classroom is going to be great. If you're not familiar with the swivel, as Heather mentioned, it puts your device on a stand, and then you actually have a remote device that you wear, and and as you walk around, the swivel actually turns to follow you. It's very cool. Very cool.
Yeah, I want one. Just so it can follow me around. I'll video my life.
Oh, there you go.
And there's what's interesting. We talk about it not being high quality. Well, heck, most phones are shooting 4K anyway now. So, but that gives it that really personable. Hey, but this teacher just shot this like live in the classroom. This is how easy this is to make happen. They did
absolutely.
It right there. Hey, it's time for
Hey, I'll tell you
music.
what. Yeah, it's time for music. We've got the artist of the week this week is Nick C, Niksea, and this is Built for Love.
Side of the tracks, ain't no way back, ain't no way to get that woman. When it all fades black, know that you can't get that, honey, you can't get back no one. So hold on to what you've got and heal the damage done. But just know you're not the only one. 'Cause honey, you were built for love. Don't let them tell you you ain't good enough. 'Cause honey, you were built for love. Honey, you were built for love. Living in the wrong time, thinking with the wrong mind. Think you better get back, woman. Back into those night moves, thinking with the right moves. Still you can't get back no one. So hold on to what you've got and heal the damage done. But just know you're not the only one. 'Cause honey, you were built for love. Don't let them tell you you ain't good enough. 'Cause honey, you were built for love. Honey, you were built for love. So hold on to what you've got and heal the damage done. But know you're not the only one. 'Cause honey, you were built for love. Don't let them tell you you ain't good enough. 'Cause honey, you were built for love. 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 Honey, you were built for love.
There we go. Nick C and Built for Love here on EduTechGuys Radio. That is Niksea.com. Go check him out. And if you happen to be in the Pittsburgh area, then heck, you might even be able to catch him live at one of the venues or events that he'll be performing at live. So very cool stuff.
Very
from
cool stuff.
Nick C.
Yep. Hey, if you want to catch us out live, if you want to find us and throw pies at us, no, give us money. Oh, that's a better one. Throw money at us.
I
Throw
would take
pies with money in it.
I like pie.
Because Chet likes to eat. I tell you what, we're going to be in Springdale, Arkansas at the Innovation Institute, June the 7th through the 8th.
And then the next week, we'll be at the Hot Springs Technology Institute in Hot Springs.
And possibly, we're still working on this one to see what's going on with this one, Podstock, July 12th through the 14th in Wichita, Kansas. And you can catch me, Jeff. I will be at ISTE the 24th through the 28th for the whole thing. I'll be volunteering a little bit with the ISTE organization, just helping out where I can. I'll be the large ginger in an EduTechGuys t-shirt. You won't miss me. So
there
if you want to come up and talk to me and get on the air, I'll always have a recorder with me. So we'll do a quick interview and you can find out a little bit about the EduTechGuys live. And so that's what's going to happen.
Exactly. And share your story with Jeff and we'll get it on the world.
Yeah.
That's right.
Hey, cool.
Awesome.
Listen, just a quick micro ed tech lesson. We don't have a Google tip of the week this week. We're kind of mixing up back and forth between those now. But a little quick micro ed tech lesson. Create a classroom photo album. And that's a really good one. If you want to check into that, you can use Pick Video. You can use Bunsy. You can use all kinds of stuff to put together a nice little photo album that will let the parents know about your daily lessons, your weekly lessons, any important things happening in your classroom, and it doesn't take a lot of time to make happen.
No, that's very cool. And if you would like to extend that into the physical world, you can use sites like lulu.com, Lulu.com, and they can take those images and turn them into printed books. So it's a really cool way for parents and community and grandparents and to have a tangible product of their baby's work.
Kind of be a fundraiser too, can it?
Could be a fundraiser, absolutely.
Yeah, yep. Really cool. And it frees up the refrigerator, which is great.
That's right, because we need pies.
Yeah. The older your kids get and you slam the refrigerator and all the magnets and papers and stuff fall off of it.
It's like a parade went through the kitchen.
Hey, it's been a great show. I hope you have enjoyed it. David and I have. I better not speak for David, but I've enjoyed it.
Yeah.
Cool, man.
I've enjoyed it. What you can speak for me.
Okay, good.
He's doing it right now, as a matter of fact. You can't tell, but this is actually Jeff talking, and David's just moving his lips.
You can't see it.
Hey, we have no idea what we're doing, man. Okay, let's get out of here.
Hey, I'm Jeff Madlock.
I'm David Henderson.
We'll catch you next time.
You've been listening to EduTech Guys Radio, radio.edutechguys.com.
The opinions expressed on this site and its programs are those of participants and not intended to and do not necessarily reflect the opinions of any specific educational entity, sponsor, company, state, or government agency.